It's 1991 and Spurs are at Highbury for a match between the champions and the FA Cup holders. Commentary from Ian St John and Brian Moore.
And all the London derbies, and there are plenty that are ferociously contested. This really is the number one. The champions against the cup holders. All seats were sold weeks ago. And for Arsenal, of course, there's a real big score to settle. They remember ruefully that FA Cup semi-final when Spurs were in such electric form at Wembley and won by 3-1 last season. Up goes Smith, challenged in the air by Van den Hauwe. Van den Hauwe, in fact, who was really feeling quite poorly towards the end of the week, and there was quite a clash of heads there, but Pat is a hardy soul. And it's a free kick for Tottenham. Semi-final defeats really hurt the Gunners. They won't rest easy until they've put that right. There's a corner for Tottenham. And Lee Dixon, who's taken a knock. The Arsenal fullback. Been some talk looking at Lee there that he missed a penalty last week, the second time he's missed a penalty this season. He's the Arsenal captain in the absence of Tony Adams. The talk is that if they get a penalty today, he's asked to be relieved of that responsibility. And Peter Shreves was telling me also that Spurs have got to look for a penalty taker, of course, because Gary Lineker is normally the man who pops them home for them. So Lee Dixon looking truly winded there. Arsenal 5 games without a win. They lost 3 in succession, including, of course, defeat here, which was so costly against Benfica.
It was his own player actually.
Yes.
Gave him a bang in the back there.
And Arsenal withdraws against Oldham and Sheffield Wednesday away, beginning to claw their way back into form. Here's Samways with a corner for Tottenham. Floated in there, Abbott with a mighty leap, but didn't get there. And David Howells also with a header. Easy for David Seaman. The throw out to Winterburn. Long towards Merson, floating down that left-hand side. Oh, familiar face, Paul Gascoigne. Merson. Trying to get Campbell away. Here's Wright. Suddenly Winterburn finding a bit of space there. Paul Merson now for Arsenal. Pulled it back, and Dixon finished it off. Great work by Merson. But it needed a cold-eyed striker to come in there and finish that off.
It was a delightful run by Merson, wasn't it? Held off about 3 defenders, got to the byline, lovely little cutback. And unfortunately for Dixon, it's on his left peg, and I don't think he fancied it too much. But it was a lovely chance, well created by Merson.
Offside against Samways. No doubt about it. Finnegan, a very good free kick. Arsenal get possession with Winterburn. Right, coming off his man, Hillier. A deflection off the Tottenham post. Smith gathering it. Arsenal are not done yet. It's with Winterburn again. It's with Merson. Spurs are pulling everybody back. Hillier again. Rocastle. Chipping it now for Campbell. Out of play. Well, I was saying earlier, Hillier has never scored for Arsenal. His first shot was a way off target. And he takes this little ball here from Wright. And it no doubt deflected, I think, off Gudni Bergson. And off the post. Here's Wright. Ooh, a whiplash shot on the turn there, but it cannoned off Bergson again. And Arsenal territorially are now beginning to dominate this North London derby. Still 0-0 though. And a goal kick.
Well, Hillier won't come closer, will he, to get his first goal for Arsenal like this. wasn't a greatly struck shot. Didn't have a lot of power in it, but the deflection actually caught the goalkeeper out.
Oh, fun and games over there. Wright involved, and Bergson. Stewart getting in, and he's been very much in the news, Ian Wright, along with Merson and goalkeeper Seaman. Had a little brush with authority last week at Oldham. And some fun and games going here. I'm watching this, also watching the referee rather, and the referee's taken no action other than giving them a good talking to.
It looked to me as if Ian Wright just got carried away a little bit there.
Free kick which Fenwick will take. Up goes Dury. Now for Paul Allen. The whistle had gone. Seaman, who's had little enough to do. Goes Smith, knocks it down. Oh, that's in for Bergson. Turned by Wright, couldn't keep it down.
Well, you certainly can't complain of a lack of goalmouth incident in this game, especially in the Tottenham penalty box, because there've been enough of them.
Remains 0-0. With 5 minutes to go to half-time. Goes Bold. Here comes Howes. Touch through there to Samways. Samways taking it nicely in his stride, but Linigan's gone with him at the expense of a corner. Samways takes it. Abbott's come up quickly with his arm aloft, wanting. There he is. Hitting it towards Gary Mabbott, but it wasn't Mabbott's header, it was Fenwick, I think. Take it again. Right, coming quickly off his man. Bergson got to him in the end, though. Dixon hitting it wide. Torsfet's gone for that one, gathered it well. Arsenal's throw. The Arsenal storm is by no means abated yet. It's Merson comes forward again. Tries to get Smith. Simon Howe. Back to his goalkeeper. The last 3 minutes of the first half. Dixon has slipped. Walsh. Linigan's come across well. He's defended really well this afternoon, Andy Linigan.
He has. Not had an awful lot to do, but what he has had to do, he's done it very tidily, hasn't he?
Stewart. Long range. Into the north bank. Goal kick.
I think while the game stays at 0-0, Tottenham will stay with this system and they'll just absorb all this pressure. But I think if Arsenal score, they have to do something, Brian, because you know they really have had no threat at all to the Arsenal goal. But as I say, at 0-0, they'll go in at half-time if it stays that way and be quite happy about it.
Indeed. ball up to Dury. Touched on now for Samways. Tried to cross that in, but once again it was Lenigan who blocked the way. Rocastle. Hillier. Person. Stewart. Samways. Here's Campbell. Hillier again. Person once more. Out of play. Tottenham's throw. Spurs have conceded only 2 goals in their last 4 games. Defensively, they've looked pretty steady. Right. Just wide.
Good effort by Ian Wright. Again, I thought maybe he could have taken it in the box, Brian. He had a yard or two, a bit of space here. Come inside. Gary Barnett got blocked off by his own player, and there was a bit of room there. I think he could have taken it in the box. Here we can see him there. Look at the space he had in front of him.
Good point.
I think a couple of yards might have made all the difference there.
Spurs free kick. A foul on Paul Stewart. Temperature's dropped a few degrees, it seems, around here at the moment, but certainly not down there on the pitch. Fennick lines this free kick up. Hit towards Paul Stewart. Seaman coming for this one, gathering it just above Stewart's head. 29 clean sheets last season, David Seaman. But only 4 this season, and only 1 in the last 8, which suggests that Arsenal are much more generous in defence than they have been the last season or two. But it's Arsenal in attack again now, as they win this free kick just outside the Tottenham penalty area.
I don't know what David Howells was thinking about there, trying to bring the ball down. In this game here, especially in midfield, you don't get time to breathe, never mind bring the ball down.
And especially right on half-time,
yes,
when you want to go in at half-time, having felt that half the battle's done at any rate, and you're unscathed. Let's see what Arsenal can do here. Winterburn and Dixon behind it. Redfern having trouble sorting out the wall first off. Still can't get them sorted out. 10 yards back, and Walsh unhappy to adhere to that. But let's see. Played for Winterburn on the left foot. Hit hard into the wall. Anybody to finish it off? Well, there were 1 or 2 candidates, but in the end, Gudni Bergson was in a game with a timely clearance for Tottenham at the expense of a corner once more, which Paul Merson once again will take. He's hit this one in towards the near post. It's a variation. He's been hitting them longer towards Bold and Linigan. But Bold now at the near post, and it was Dury who put that one behind. Again floated in there, flicked on nicely, and touched over brilliantly by Torstvedt. A super save.
I think it's Alan Smith that's gone.
Smith who got the header in, a flick on there. Smith with the header. Superbly touched away by the big Norwegian goalkeeper. As the half-time whistle's gone, and in fact, we look at the slow motion replay again. Bold's flick on, and Smith, they've called the physiotherapist on. The half-time whistle's gone. All the other players have now left the field, other than those who are around Alan Smith. And we think it might have been a boot of Gary Mabbutt's that actually caught Alan Smith on the side of the face. But he's going off now to applause. Well, after all that activity, most of it in the Spurs goalmouth. The half-time situation here at Highbury, Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0. Well, it's going to be Arsenal who get the second half underway. 0-0 here in the big North London derby. Remember, the incentive for Arsenal, victory and 3 points will take them to 4th in the First Division table in pursuit of the championship for the 2nd successive season. It's Campbell. White chasing after that one, but Torstvedt there. Winterburn to Merson. Dixon. Put that back well. Smith knocking it back for Campbell. He hit that one and hit Mabbott with it. Now Winterburn looking to come in, floating it towards the keeper, fisted away, not very far. Merson trying to return it and hits it straight at Torstvedt.
Well, Tottenham are defending so well, Brian. They're getting everybody they can behind the ball as early as they can, and they're closing all the avenues for the Arsenal players. And you just wonder where a goal will come from. Under severe pressure, Torstvedt with a shot out, and Merson. Look, Campbell's looking for a little pass there, but he went for the shot straight at the goalkeeper.
It's with Winterburn. Bergson, Hillier playing it in. Wright charging after this one. Ian Wright. But a lovely ball played in by David Hillier.
Well, he
Was
drilled it
there
in
a suspicion of offside somewhere about there? At any rate, he drilled it in superbly. Right past Torstvedt at last. And Arsenal go into the lead.
Well, that was a little break. It needed a little break, a little run of the ball. I mean, the ball is played. You could say that he was in line, but I think that's always a difficult decision to make on that one. I thought possibly he was just in line.
Brandon Howe, Naeem playing it in quickly for Walsh. No, really gave Naeem no chance there, that little back flick of Walsh.
Since Naeem's come on, Paul Walsh has pushed up now in support of Jury, and I think that had to happen. They had to try and get a little bit of support. He's had a lone job up there today.
Limpar. What a ball! Beautiful ball for Campbell. Can he finish it off? A brilliant goal! What a superb second goal, Kevin Campbell. The architect, though, the little Swede in the number 14 shirt, Anders Limpar with a ball of pure magic into the path of the big striker.
It's a delightful ball, wasn't it? But again, you see Arsenal got a little bit of run of the ball there, and big Kevin buried it in the corner. They got the break there when the ball hit the Tottenham defender, but that was a peach of a ball played. It's not often you see Limpar play an early ball, but that was a lovely one. And there they got the little break, and bang.
Campbell's away again. No penalty. Interesting to see that one again, actually, Saint.
Well, it certainly looked a penalty kick to me, but I mean, Kevin got up there and didn't really make an awful lot of it, did he?
There we go. Out comes Torstvedt. Just clips him. Dury. Held up by Bold. Here's Walsh. And Spurs get a corner. Which Naeem will take. Abbott's gone forwards. Phoenix in there too. It's a deep one towards Stewart, but just clipped the top of his head. Winterburn. Merson's made a great run, but he's offside. The Spurs defence just sprang forward at the crucial moment, and Merson was denied. The flag brings him
Winterburn
back.
had done so well getting out on that other side there and just delayed the forward ball a fraction there, and Merson was off.
Rocky Rocastle, we understand, has twisted his knee, and that's why he's got off. Let's hope for Arsenal's sake that's not too severe. But here's Limpar. It's a goal kick.
It's a new role for David O'Leary midfield. Brian, have you ever seen Big David
No,
play in that
I've
before?
not.
Getting versatile in his old age, isn't he?
Free kick. Don't forget still to come up after this game the goals of the day from yesterday's First Division programme. It's a fabulous prize, you know, Saint, isn't it? Go to any game in Europe that you want to go and see.
Would that include Scotland? Go and see Motherwell play.
Last week's winner choosing a Real Madrid-Barcelona game. That's not bad for starters.
I wouldn't mind going and seeing the Milan derby. That would be a good one.
That's right. Fennick gets it away, up to Stewart. The last moments of this North London derby, which now looks very much as though it's going Arsenal's way. Territorially, you can't complain about that. They've had the edge all the way through, and they certainly made the chances, but it wasn't until Ian Wright got amongst them in the second half, followed up by that goal by Kevin Campbell, a superb ball played by Limpar, just as Hillier had played the ball for the first goal. And Arsenal poised as the referee looks at the watch again to move into 4th place in the First Division. Naeem for Tottenham, galloping Vanden Hauwe on the far side. Little touch by Stewart. And Seaman there fractionally before the charging fullback. And what you'd call a rattling good local derby.
It's been a cracking game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, Brian, and I do think that the best team on the day has won it.
1 minute into time added on now. And there goes the final whistle. It's victory for Arsenal. 4th in the First Division now. Kevin Campbell's goal, the second one, after Ian Wright, who's gone off, had put Arsenal ahead.
Arsenal would go on to finish 4th in the old First Division, Spurs 16th. And that's all for now.